Hello everyone, this is part 6 on series lecture on topic combustion in SI engine. In this part, we will discuss the different theories of detonation and the effect of detonation on engine parts and the efficiency of the engine. First, the theory of detonation. There is no exact mechanism till now which can explain elaborately the knock or detonation phenomena. But thanks to the high-speed cinematography, which led us two major type of theories which we can explain the detonation by help of these theories. The first one is the autoignition theory, which is most popular, and another one is the detonation theory. Take first autoignition theory of detonation. This is the theory, or this is the theory on which our previous explanation of detonation in previous section, that is the section 5, we explained the abnormal combustion with the help of this autoignition theory, and this is most popular theory to explain the detonation. If complete mixture of fuel and air, so now we will define the what is the autoignition in exact terms. If the complete mixture of fuel and air react spontaneously and produces a heat by the chemical reaction in the absence of the flame to initiate the combustion. So main point is that for the autoignition, or in this theory, is that the autoignition, what is the autoignition? Basically, there is no flame to initiate the combustion, first requirement is, and spontaneously combustion of the fuel, all the remaining fuel, all the remaining charge. So these are the two major conditions for the autoignition. First, to react spontaneously and releases the spontaneously all the energy, and it is also without the flame help of the flame or the help of the flame heat. So this phenomena is called the autoignition. This type of instantaneously self-ignition, and there is no flame, so it is self-ignition, which is in absence of the flame, is called the autoignition. In this theory of autoignition, it is assumed that the flame velocities prior to the onset of the autoignition, the flame velocity is normal. It is moving, flame is moving normally throughout the combustion process till now till the detonation happens, and afterward and gases, the remaining 5 to 3% and gases elements auto ignite almost simultaneously. This is the important number, auto ignite and the simultaneously. Auto ignition of the mixture or the charge does not occur instantaneously. This is the major main point. This point we have already discussed in the previous sections also, that reaching to the auto ignition temperature is not only the criteria to take auto ignition take place. So auto ignition of mixture does not occur instantaneously as soon as the temperature rises above or at to the self ignition temperature. This temperature is called the critical temperature. So reaching to the critical temperature or the self ignition temperature, as soon as the as the charge reaches this temperature, it is not occur auto ignition instantaneously. But what happens? The auto ignition occurs only when the mixture stays at the temperature which is equals to or the higher than the temperature of self ignition or the critical temperature for a finite time, for a duration. So there is a requirement to auto ignition take place, is there is a at least the temperature is equals to or above the self ignition temperature or the critical temperature, and charge should maintain this temperature for a finite time, and this finite time is called the delay period or the ignition delay, or the reaction time. It is the reaction time for the auto ignition. During this period, some pre-flame reactions, which is the nature of these pre-flame reaction is still a subject of research and it is not clear what type of reaction take place till today. So during this delay period, some pre-flame reactions take place in the charge or in the remaining charge, which initiate the auto combustion. So these pre-flame reactions are responsible to create the auto combustion. Now this is explained in this diagram. This is the temperature and this is the time, and we will put in fuel air mixture which is called the charge, that is the on the by the compression to a temperature, and study the auto ignition phenomena on this graph. So this is suppose self ignition temperature, which is here, this value. This is the self ignition temperature of particular charge which we are using for this experiment, and by compressing this charge and by the energy of this compression, the pressure rises and the temperature of the charge increases. So in first case, suppose we compresses the charge till this temperature and hold the charge at this temperature for a duration. What happens? No auto ignition happens. Nothing happens in scenario of auto ignition, and the charge cools down slowly afterward. Nothing happens. If we increase again compression ratio and the charge reaches to this point and holds for this ignition delay, and then after this elapse of this ignition delay, the charge self exploded or the self ignited almost simultaneously without any instantaneously. This vertical line shows the almost instantaneous combustion or an instantaneous rise of the temperature. And similarly, for different compression ratio also, which is higher than this compression ratio, and the temperature is higher after the compression than the self ignition temperature, again this happens, auto ignition happens after some duration of the delay, which is called ignition delay. So you can observe that as we increases the compression, this is the compression ratio, then we increase this compression ratio, this increase to this value of the compression ratio. You can see clearly from this graph the ignition delay is reducing. In this case there is no ignition delay. In this case there is ignition delay. In this case ignition delay reduces and the compression ratio increases, and in this case also the ignition delay reduces. So all the ignition delay is reducing continuously when we increases the compression ratio. This is why, because increasing the compression ratio increases the pressure and the temperature before the combustion, just starting of the combustion, and the increase in pressure and the temperature, as we have already studied and discussed in previous sections, that increase in pressure and temperature reduces the ignition lag as well as the combustion time, so it reduces also the ignition delay. Ignition delay is different from the ignition lag. We will discuss in later on sections. So in this theory, which is again another theory, we are taking another theory. The second theory is the theory of detonation, which is detonating waves. Second theory is detonating wave. First theory is auto ignition. Now in this theory, it is proposed that the true detonating wave form by some pre-flame reactions. These are the reaction pre-flame, which is different from the auto ignition theory. Prior or during the flame establishment process. During the flame establishment process, which is initial process of the combustion, when the spark happens and the flame establishment process is started. So during this flame establishment process, or just before this or after the spark, some pre-flame or some type of reactions which is also not known still today, some true type of waves, actual waves of pressure, which is called detonating wave, formed. And these waves or these pressure or the shock wave travels through the combustion chambers about the twice of the sonic velocity. Velocity is just twice of the sonic velocity. So these shock waves or the pressure waves moves through and forth. So there is a reciprocating motion of these waves from top dead to bottom dead center and throughout the combustion chamber with the twice of the double of the sonic wave, sonic velocity. So these waves, which is higher in magnitude as well as in speed, compresses the charge and also initiate the combustion, initiate the charge and gas charge particles to react in such a manner that instantaneous combustion, practically instantaneous combustion may take place.